So new polling shows the Democratic Party has hit a record low in favorability. And, what I've seen over the last 24 to 48 hours on this story is a bunch of people saying, see, Democrats stink. They've got no chance in 2026. And that's just simply not true. I mean, they're the favorites right now to win back the House. I'm not sure about the Senate. I think the Republicans will hold on to the Senate no matter what. But there's a much more interesting part to the story beyond the headline of, oh my gosh, look at how unpopular Democrats are right now. That surface area, that's very easy to do that and take that approach. But there's something more here that I want to dive into with you. But first, let's play the audio of this new poll that dropped courtesy of CNN. Here is what they had to say. Let's roll it. Okay. All right, hang on. The clips, we're loading it. Garner's holding it down here on KCMO Talk Radio. If we don't have it, that's totally fine. I understand that the audio is what it is. But I'll share these numbers with you here. And here are the numbers. Right now, net favorability for Republicans amongst all voters is minus 11. The net favorability for Democrats is at minus 30. That's their lowest in 35 years. Now, if we have the clip, let's roll it from Harry Enton of CNN. Yeah, don't worry about it, my man. It's all good. It's all good. I love Harry Enton. I think he actually is very funny on CNN because he's very enthusiastic, but I'll have to save the audio for another time. No big deal. It's all good. Don't sweat it. So, one of the reasons the Democrat numbers are so poor is because Democrat voters view their own party as right now getting steamrolled by Donald Trump on a lot of major issues. And that is happening. So don't view the poll and simply say, wow, this is because independent voters are totally over the Democrat Party. That is happening on some key social issues. But a lot of this is their own voters feeling like they are getting steamrolled by Donald Trump. Therefore, they're upset with their own political party. That's how this happens. That's how this goes. In Joe Biden's tenure, Republicans were viewed less favorably than Democrats, even though Democrats had all the power. Because in part, when you're the party and when you're a voter of a party that's not in power, you perceive your political opponents as running roughshod over you. That's how it goes. So I'm not going to overreact to this and say, wow, this means the Democrats are totally screwed and they've got no political future. That would be very naive. I know some people want to hear that. And that might be a very easy topic for me to develop and talk with you about and make you feel great about yourself if you are obviously someone who prefers the Republican Party. But as I was looking back on this poll that has been done since 1990, here's what you see. When you go back to the early 2000s, both political parties had positive net favorability. And I'm going to share this right now. I'll share the poll on X at Pete Mundo. I'll also put it up on my Facebook page. You can see it there. But both political parties had net favorabilities in the positives. They were both about plus 15. And for the better part of 25 years, both political parties have been trending negative. Republicans right now are at minus 11. Democrats are at minus 30. Their lowest in 35 years since this poll started. So this is not like Republicans should not be bragging about having a negative 11 net favorability. I know you might look at that and say, well, it's 20 points better than the Democrats. Yeah, okay, and you've got all the political power right now, and you're still minus 11. Like, that's not something to really brag about. And all I'm seeing is Republicans kind of stomping on the graves of Democrats. Like, guys, if you're and odds are right now they would lose the House of Representatives. If you're about to lose the House of Representatives, if odds are you'll lose the House of Representatives to a political party that is minus 30 in net favorability, what does that say about you? Instead, all I see are these headlines and these social media clips, John, of people being like, wow, look how unpopular Democrats are. Like, I agree, but you're totally missing the point as far as I can tell.
We suck less within the margin of error.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. We suck less, and we still might lose the midterms to the party that sucks even more, according to the voters.
Yeah.
Like, that's a messaging problem, is what that is. That is not a great spot to be in. Let's not take the cheap, easy win and be like, oh, man, we're doing great because look at the other guys. No. And as a country, we would be better off if we had two political parties that were viewed positively as they were 25 years ago, when both political parties were right around plus 15, plus 20 in net favorability. Think about that. In most of our lifetimes, now I wasn't voting, I couldn't vote 25 years ago, but unless you're under the age of 25 right now, in all of our lifetimes, we have gone from both political parties having net favorabilities in the plus 15 to plus 20 range to now a world where both political parties are underwater by double digits. And one political party is bragging about how their double-digit net favorability in the negatives isn't as bad as the other party. Like, guys, I don't think this is the win that you think it is. I don't think this is that, like, great, oh my gosh, this is awesome for us, look at how bad they are, that you think it is. And it needs to be something that some Republicans, frankly, need to be like slapped in the head over because they're totally missing the broader point here. You're still not popular. Despite the fact that Donald Trump is doing some great things, you're still not popular. So why is that? Why is it that despite a lot of the policies being things that the American people largely agree with, why is it that your net favorability is minus 11? Stop worrying about the other guys and being like, well, they're at minus 30. That's not going to be that way forever. I mean, this stuff does ebb and flow. So look in the mirror and try to figure out how to improve your popularity when you have all this political capital, all this political power. You've got the House, you've got the Senate, you've got the White House, and you're minus 11. My gosh. I mean, some of these Republicans, they're just such losers in how they approach their day-to-day. And I know it makes for cheap, easy wins on Fox to make a headline like, Democrats minus 30 in popularity. Okay, and like, can we get a little deeper? Can we have a little more nuance to the conversation? I don't think that's too much to ask. And here's what's interesting, too, in this poll that was done. And I just posted it on X at Pete Mundo. Who do you trust more to handle illegal immigration? Republicans are plus 24. Immigration in general, Republicans are plus 17. Inflation, Republicans are plus 10. Foreign policy, Republicans are plus 8. You've got a lot of the key issues on your side, and you have the advantage on a lot of the key issues. Inflation, immigration, foreign policy. You beat your political opponents on those issues in the same poll, and your net favorability is minus 11. That's like the Kansas City Chiefs leading the NFL in passing yards, in rushing yards, in sacks, in every major category, and going 9-8. That would be a problem. And you wouldn't look back on the season and be like, yeah, but we led in all these major statistical categories. If you don't win, if it doesn't lead to the end goal, none of that matters. And right now, there's a lot of Republicans who just want the cheap, easy social media win, and I don't think they look great doing it. Even if the Democrats are at a 35-year low in net favorability, your numbers aren't good either, guys.